Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about Bit.AI. It's a really powerful tool to allow you to create not just wiki documents, but any kind of project documentation that you need to collaborate and share content, marketing, you name it. They've got various integrations and templates out of the box for you ready to use. So I'm going to do an onboarding and review of this product. So stay tuned. Hey, in this video, we're going to take a look at Bit.AI. So pretty simple URL to find. This is, as it says here, a powerful workspace and knowledge collaboration platform. But yeah, there's tons of use cases. But if you're familiar with like a Notion.so, I use a lot of paper by Dropbox. There's a lot of kind of note taking and collaboration apps out there. But I will say, just by looking at the homepage here, that this one from Bit looks pretty good. It's one of those feature-rich editors where you can bring in. They've got a bunch of templates. It looks like you can collaborate with your teammates, themes, smart editors, wiki interlinking of documents so you can make a wiki, whole bunch of integrations where you could bring in video and all sorts of smart widgets and files. And I mean, you could just see I'm just scrolling down. There's tons of stuff here. What I do like at the bottom, they kind of give you a ton of use cases where you can use this in your business. And I do think something like this is needed because we talk a lot about using Slack as our main point of communication, but one of the real weaknesses of Slack is that search capability and to have a set of answers and documents and to be able to collaborate on content, outside of Slack. I kind of use Paper by Dropbox, but I'm going to take a look at Bit because it looks really nice and they got some pretty good pricing here, including a free plan. So what I'm going to do is take them up on this trial offer and let's go through their onboarding and take a look at the inside of this application. So let's go ahead and put in our techsmartboss.com and proceed. Oh, I got to check my email. So I'm going to pause the video shortly and go get this code. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So let me put this code in from memory. There we go. And pretty simple so far. Give it a password. I am the Tech Smart Boss is my job title. And I am, let's just say I am in the other department. Who knows? All right, so not going to save that. Let's go ahead and set up our organizations. So far, pretty straightforward. And I'm going to give it my Tech Smart Boss domain. I'm assuming I can change some of this stuff later. We'll say I'm in education and I'm individual and create my account. So pretty straightforward. You'll see now I'm on techsmartboss.bit.ai, so that makes it easy for me to remember how to get into here. I'm not going to look at their overview video. You know how that's not what we do. We just jump right into it. And right away from the dashboard, you can see I'm in the free plan. I'm getting 50 free documents here, which is pretty nice on a free plan. I've got a whole section here that gives me a lot of help, an academy with videos. You know, I like videos. And nothing that I've done here, but I do see some templates. So now let's take a look and walk through this. So I'm on my dashboard. Workspaces is where I can create a new workspace and then start to put documents in there. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's say that I was going to do a workspace for a new marketing initiative. Let's say we're going to run some advertisements on LinkedIn. So I'm going to do LinkedIn advertisements. That's on my mind because I am actually working on doing that in my primary business. Let's go ahead and start that up. And now within this workspace, it appears that I can start to bring in some documents and I've got some other settings. Let's look at settings. That's just where I can put some colors and things like that. I can invite other people on my team. Let's go ahead and create a new document and just go through that process. Now, as I create, I got a blank, I got a from template, I can import, which is pretty interesting, and I can even make a folder structure, which is nice if I plan on having a lot of documents. Let's actually do that. Let's make a folder. I'm just going to call it test folder. And now I'm assuming, yeah, so I'm inside test folder. Let's go back. So this looks very much like a Dropbox or a box.com or paper, as I mentioned, sort of layout. Let's build one. Let's use a template and just see some of their nicely formatted ones. So ton of templates here. I mean, you really can start from scratch. Let's see if I see anything. Let's look under startup. And let's say as part of this particular ad campaign, I wanted to do some competitor research. So I'm going to bring this one in. So, these documents have a lot of multimedia. They almost look like web pages. I mean, they kind of operate like that sort of thing. You can kind of see they've got sections already set up for us to pre-fill. They have tables, they've got videos, they've got hyperlinks. That just gives you a good idea of what you can do with these sort of documents. And if you can imagine inviting your team to be able to collaborate and to leave notes and things like that, you can see the power. I mean, actually, honestly, this feels very much like what I use in paper. So now you can kind of see that I can come in here and edit these. If I click on this, that's a hyperlink. See how that took me out to a hyperlink page? Here's a video. I can play that. So they give me a lot of good examples here. Here's a table. So what I want to do is actually try to build one of these from scratch. Let's see what's under more. So this is where I can add collaborators. Oh, that's interesting. Ping. Hey, I want to get your feedback on this. That's a pretty neat feature. I can lock the document. And I could do a lot more export. What can I export this in? Looks like I can export. I got to upgrade, but if I did pay for that upgrade, I can get into exporting to PDF, Word, Markdown. Oh, this is pretty good. And a lot of these formats you can then use to import into your public facing knowledge base tools and share. So I can enable document sharing and send this out to my partners as well. All right, perfect. You notice trackable links. I'm sure that has something to do with the sharing. So I can track, I can put lead capture forms, password protection. So very much like you're sharing a document from maybe a knowledge, a file storage system. All right, let's go back into here and let's create a document from scratch. I'm just going to type some stuff and see what happens. So I'm going to just say this is going to be my marketing plan. I'm not going to worry about spelling right. But let's see, if I kind of hover over this, double click it, okay, that's what I expect. So I've got all my style control features there. Let's hit enter, and there it is, your typical plus symbol, which allows you to put in all sorts of rich content. Let's embed something. Let's put in the techsmartboss.com website and just see what happens when I do that. And there it is. It'll bring that in as a link. Let's go ahead and add some new stuff. A divider. Always nice to organize your stuff. A math equation. I don't know any off. I'll just do what they say here. E equals MC. I'm not quite sure how to do a squared. I'll learn that formatting later. I'm not going to be doing a lot of math equations though. I can tell you that. Code blocks. Really useful to put in some code. All right. See what else we got. Of course, you've got content library, and you can cloud import. What can we import from? Oh, very nice. So I can even put in some fun memes. Let's see if I got my Homer Simpson in the bush one. That's about my favorite one. There he is. Let's throw him in there, and I'm hiding out on this document. So you can kind of see a lot of cool types of things that you can do to make your documents engaging and collaborate. I'm assuming, let's see, okay, right here. Let's see, that's my image. I can customize that. I was looking to see if I were going to, maybe because it's my document, I was looking to see how I would, oh, there it is, the commenting section. Or this looks like even a conversation section where I can start to comment and mention other users around this particular document. I'll put in some text. If I highlight that text, yeah, there it is. So now I can highlight text, highlight things, and start to comment on that. And now others will be able to follow those comments and then go in here and reply and resolve. And you can kind of see the collaboration that you can do with a tool like this. So this is really elegantly put together, I would say. It's pretty straightforward. And, I was expecting a little bit more in terms of configuration setup, but it's all just really right here at your fingertips. Now let's go down here and look a little bit at the settings and the team management and see what I can do. So I can put a little avatar. I can change passwords and those types of things and update those things I talked about. Looks like the organization subdomain is grayed out, so that might be something that you're going to have to contact them to make some changes. Now, this is where I can invite members. One thing that I'm interested about here is I do see guests. So right away, that gives me the impression I can invite like a view only or a guest with some limited permissions. And it looks like you do need the business plan to have that feature. But let's look at the members. and I can invite them on a per workspace basis, which is very nice. And I'm not seeing, I see the concept of an owner here, but I'm not seeing the concept of what roles I can invite members at. You know what? I'm going to invite I'm going to invite just info at techsmartboss.com, Mr. Info here, just to see what that looks like. And I would have to go through it and accept. I won't do that in this video, but I was wondering what the roles were that I could potentially give someone. It says here member. So it sounds like there's a member and an owner and a guest would be the roles. And then this is your subscription where you can kind of see the different pricing options. So pretty straightforward. I'm going to do one more thing before we get out of here. I just want to look at another template. Maybe let's look at this content library. So I can upload content. So if I have a set of branding images and branding documents and PDFs and sales decks and all sorts of things like that, looks like I can upload and import those in a content library. And again, those can be referenced in your document. So this is really complete in terms of and I'm surprised I'm just now hearing about it. Let's look under product. And I see a couple of these are similar. Actually, let's look under human resources. That's a very common use case. And let's look at this employee handbook template. That's interesting. And let's see what they give you there. So again, you'll see it takes a document from being just a static PDF, hard to manage and hard to maintain. It puts it in this environment where it's very easy to kind of keep it up. I'm sure they've got a history of track changes and things like that. Here's an example of how they have that document embedded right inside the document. Very nice. You can kind of see it's really simple and straightforward. And then there's a smart search I told you about where now I can probably search inside documents and inside all sorts of things. Who knows? Maybe it can even find that Homer Simpson. No, it didn't find that, but you can kind of see a lot of that. So anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm a little bit rambling now, but I think you can sort of see the power of a tool like this inside your environment. And this looks like something that can take something like a paper by Dropbox, take it to the next level, take something like a Notion, which to me Notion seems a little, I don't know, it seems a little personal space, or it seems a little bit too open. I got to be honest, I haven't used it a lot, but something like Bit.AI seems like something that's more designed for businesses and organizations. It has a little bit more structure, a little bit more organization that I sort of like. One thing I would like to see them do would be to start to build in some integrations with tools like Slack and Microsoft Teams. And then you can kind of have these and those seamlessly integrated in your environment. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Hey, if you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go out to techsmartboss.com, see what we're doing, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Talk to you next time.